Hello, welcome to round 4 of DTCC Season 7, 2023. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. Can never tell. Can't hear myself back, but if you're watching and you can hear me alright, say hello. Even Mika. Good. Oh, good. Right. Welcome to glorious Goodwood. I think this is DTCC's first ever visit to Goodwood on the south coast. Apparently, this is the only classic track in the world that is in its original configuration, not been modified at all. There's a little stat for you to start with. 2.3 miles long, very tricky, and tonight it's it's the first of the different races that DTCC generally do. So this is 3 rounds of 15 minutes, 12 laps in the Radicals, SR1 Radicals. So first time at Goodwood for DTCC and the first time in the Radicals. So 3 very interesting races coming up. We will crack on. So less rules for this one. The only rule in terms of tyres is that each driver must use each of the 3 compounds per race. So there's no tyre changes allowed. You've got soft, medium, and hards to use, and you've got to split them over the 3 races and choose which race you want to do the softs, which one that you want to do the medium, and which one that you want to do the hards. And to make matters a little bit more complicated, in qualifying we had the first of 2 rounds where we have one-shot qualifying, but sequentially done. So each driver went out individually rather than what we've been doing thus far this season is 1 lap for each driver, but all going out together. This time they all could watch each other whilst they all went round and did their individual laps, and they had to do those laps on the compound they wanted to start the first race on. So you'll see there's a lot of interesting strategies and a very mixed up grid because of it. The other rule format for tonight is that the usual rule that we apply for the Group 4s, that the top 5 in qualifying go to the back in reverse order. That's the case for round 1. Round 2 grid order will be the reverse finishing order of round 1. And then round 3 is the in order, the cumulative points of each driver for the first 2 rounds. The total of that forms the basis for the grid for round 3. So whoever's leading on points after the first 2 rounds will start on pole, and so on and so forth. I'm just recovering from a bug myself, so tonight might be a little bit shorter in terms of commentary, and maybe a little bit less frenetic, but we'll see how we go. Right, so on pole for the Radicals is James. He was therefore 6th fastest in qualifying. He starts on pole. He's on softs. And Mika is 2nd on mediums. So Cully in 2nd on mediums. Then Andy also on mediums. He's 3rd. Wayne is on hards. So we'll see how that goes. He's 4th. And Mika saying, you mean apart from the chicane that was added to slow everyone down? Yes, but I think in terms of track, I think it's the same. The actual tarmac itself, I don't think it's been modified. Right, so Wayne is 4th. Daz is 5th. He's on softs. Then the first of the reverse gridders. So Alex is 6th on his hards. So did a good job actually getting 5th qualifying on his hards. So get some bonus points for that. Then Mike also on the hards, did a good job, he's 7th. Dan on softs is 8th. Matt on mediums is 9th. And then fastest in qualifying on softs, therefore at the back, is Chris. Right, let's get cracking. 12 laps. Let's watch the carnage commence. So James is on pole, waiting for the lights to go from red to green, and away we go. It looks like someone went in reverse, and that's caused a bit of carnage at the back, but James has got a good, I think that's Mike going in reverse off the grid, but James has got a good start into the lead. We go through first call of Madgwick with Andy in 2nd, had a good start. Carly down to third. It's like, oh, Wayne's already gone off. These cars are super tricky, you'll see. And he's about to be passed by Daz is in sixth, Matt is in second, seventh, sorry. Mike is down to eighth, Wayne's dropped to ninth, and Little's GP had a bad start. What happened to Little's GP at the start? That's a rubbish view. What happened there? That's a really poor view. Right, let's see what happened to Little's GP. I think he might have just got... Oh, there's a little bit of contact there, and he got put on the grass. So not a very clean start for him either. Right, so already kicking off. It looks like we got a battle here going into some areas between Andy and James. James goes into the right hand against the other curb, and he swoops around the outside. So a nice move there by Andy. It looks like James has got a little bit unsettled. Oh, he's oversteering, trying to catch. He does, but then it's a bit of a nudge with Alex. It looks like then, Dan, Alex, and Matt both capitalised. So Matt's up to fifth now for the back. Alex is in sixth. He's run a bit wide, but he's okay. Mike's up now, recovering to seventh. Wayne is in eighth. This was GP has gained a place, and Daz has dropped down. So Daz was the loser there. So Andy's doing well in first, but I see we got a three-way battle. We come into the Woodcote between Matt, Dan, and James. Looks like Matt's trying to go down the inside. Matt loses on the curve and then gets hit by Dan. But looks at it. Oh no, who was that? That was James. So Matt and James coming in contact. Let's watch that again from Matt's perspective. Let's go on board with Matt as we come in down the back straight into Woodcote. So we're just going to get past Dan. We're going to make a look down the inside of James. Dan goes around the other side. Matt tries to keep it tight, gets on the curve, get loose at the back end, and I think then James hit him. So already some carnage there. This is going to be a crazy race. Right, so Andy's away. He's on mediums, but he's away. He's got a decent lead. So he goes into Madswick for the second time. These cars are really tricky. So Carly's had a good start now, settled down in second, just gets on the grass but gets away with it. Dan's up to third. Alex on his hards is up to fourth, so he'd be pleased with that. We got Wayne's up to fifth now. You can see all the cars going on. So Wayne was last and is now back up to fifth. He's on hards as well, so he'd be pleased with that. And then we've got Little's GP, but Wayne's gone wide. I think Wayne's gone off. There he is, so we're just picking him up and he's gone off. So what can Chris do there as we come through some areas which is super tricky? Basically every corner on this track is a potential accident. It looks like we've gone down the inside, we've done him. So Chris on his softs, yeah, left the RAF livery of Alex behind. So Chris is now up to fourth after his first lap off. Alex is down to fifth. He's got Matt chasing him down in sixth, and he's Jägermeister sponsored Radical. They're all Radicals, obviously. Let's go on board with Matt. There you go. It's a cracking view again. This is really notorious chicane. They call the bus stop chicane in Dragon Trail Seaside as the chicane of death. I think that one's worse. It's unyielding. So can Matt do anything about? Oh, we got a battle going up ahead. Oh. So Chris has gone off a little bit again. These cars are super tricky on the limit, and Matt's got past. Let's go watch that one again. It's like it's got a little bit wide, so Alex has gone a little bit wide. You can see there, and he's gone off. Unfortunately, he's just gone wide, but he's got away with it. So Matt's up to fifth now. Alex is down to sixth. So what's Wayne doing? Hanging it out on the grass as James has gone off, and he's got Mike also struggling. You see a lot of the drivers, it takes them a while to get used to these cars. They're tricky. But out front, Andy's doing a grand job. Where are we now? So we go into the double right hand of Levant at the back end of the track. So it brings him back on the back straight. Just done the fastest lap of 16.7. Dan's now up to seconds, got past Carly. Where's Little's GP? So Little's GP is right on the tail now. So we got a three-way fight going on for third at the moment. CMS Racing's Carly is in third. We've got Little's GP with Matt not that far behind. This is probably the closest battle, and someone's a spin up at Levan. Now, can Chris do anything to the chicane? I doubt it. Oh, he's going to make a move. I'll be brave as we go into the chicane. Then we got Matt right behind as well. Let's go on board with Matt, see what Matt can see. This is a good view. So into the first corner we go. So we're on the lap 4 already into Madgwick. Really trickle double right. Matt's on his mediums, Chris is on soft. It looks like Chris is going to get a move down, is he? We go along this couple of kinks, Ford Water, then into, I think we're through, oh, not quite yet. It's like who's going to be last of the late break as we go into the kink. It's tricky, you can see the radicals really do move around there. So Carly's down to 4, so good move there by Chris. As we go into into Levant now, Matt is now right behind his teammate. Let's go on board with Matt. Gets a better run as he comes out. Carly covers the line, but I think Matt's got the run. I think, yes, he has. Not quite though. Where's Carly go? We can't go there. We are. So there is Matt going past in the radicals. We come up to Woodcote. Can Matt keep it on the island this time? I say this is so tricky, these cars. Oh, he gets his teetering on the edge. So there we go. Good bit of driving by the CMS racing team. Let's have a little further down. So Wayne is in 7th now on his hards, getting them out of the way nice and early. Daz is in 8th. Mike is in 9th. And James is in 10th. So this is James's debut with DTCC. So nice to have you with us, James. Baptism of fire on a very tricky car on a very tricky track. So Andy also his first race with DTCC this season, and he's well clear. He's just on the fastest lap of 16.5 on his mediums as well. So Andy's flying. Mickey saying I found the suspension to be too soft for my liking. Me too. Ironically, I found it final soft, but not so great on the hards. Right, so it's Dan in 2nd. That's 17.9, whereas Andy's firmly in the 16s. So Little's GP closing down. Dan's done 17.0 on his softs. So Dan is actually, Andy's actually faster in his mediums than Chris is on his softs, which is interesting. And it's worth bearing in mind that there's a 0.4 fastest lap in rounds 1 and 2, but not round 3. So Chris goes for the chicane, completing lap 5. Matt follows him through. Let's see what Chris has done lap times. It's 16.6, 17.2. So Chris is actually the fastest man on the track now. While Matt's done a 16.9. You can see how wayward the cars get. So that's not a bad lap time for mediums. So Carly's also mediums, at 18.9, her fastest. Any other battles going? So a little bit spread out at the moment. As the drivers get used to these tricky cars on this very tricky track. Wayne is on hards, as we said. He's just going through Madgwick now. He's in 7th. That's sliding around. The car's a great fun to drive once you get in tune with them. You slide them, but that eats the tyres. Daz's rear left is already starting to go. As we go through, let's go on board with Daz. We come through some areas, which is a brilliant sequence of really fast right into a tighter left. But if it goes wrong, it goes horribly wrong there. But it's a lovely sequence if you get it right, and then you run it out. If there's no curb on the exit, that makes it doubly difficult. And down just double right hand on the van. This is tricky. And then we come over the brow onto Levant Straight. Shorten the kinks, and straight line it here. You got a kink left and a kink right, so you straight line it into a double apex Woodcote. So a lot of these corners are all double apex, which makes it really tricky. Oh, we got to keep you on the just about the island. Then we come to the chicane. Chicane of death. It looks like Wayne. I think it's just a little knock with the barriers. He might have done. He stopped you dead this chicane if you hit it. Yeah, there we go. So you can see there Wayne's recovering, and that's going to give Daz some hope that he can close this gap down. Wayne is not that far, and he's also got damage as well. He's got a bit of front end damage and front wheel damage. So can Daz catch up? Oh, I guess sideways. Takes the escape road. Oh no. Alright. It shows you how tricky this track is. Right, some of them was getting up the front, so Andy's just done another PB. He's done a 16.4 now, fastest lap of the race. He's using the mediums as well, so this again is a good result for Andy. If he can get it to the end to win the first race on mediums. And we got battle here, so Little's GP, let's go back and watch. We got these two close to each other as they go through the double hand of Levan. Dan gets a little bit wide. Dan's on, so they're both on softs. Chris has got the jump. Looks like Dan's got the PD. Oh, a little look across there from Dan, but he's got the PD shuffle. Looks like we're going to be side by side as we come into the drone Foresters into Woodcote. Chris has done it. Yes, he does. Gets the move done. So nice move there from Chris. Up from the back. He's now into second. Can he do anything about Andy in front though? I don't think so, because Andy's just going through turn one as Chris comes on to with this Andy in the background. He's flying away, so I don't think he can do anything about Andy. Matt is trying to chase these guys down, so Chris has dropped him. Matt is on the mediums. Just did a 17.8 though, he's a little bit slower than Dan though, so can Matt close down Dan? And we've got Kai doing a great job in 5th. Did a 19.4 in our last lap, whereas on his hards, Alex done 18.3, which is a good lap time on hard, so he's closing down Carly at second a lap, so let's keep an eye on that battle. What's Wayne doing? He's done 22, same as Daz, sliding it through turn one. Let's watch that looked nice. There we go, Daz approaching Madgwick, turn one. Golf liveried Radical. Sliding it, 4-wheel drifts. What's Mike doing? Mike getting used to he's on his hards as well, so he's just done a 19.5, that's his fastest of the race. Here comes into the chicane, comes James. Had a good qualifying. I said, batteries on fire. Right, Andy out front. Got into the lead. He's got now 4 laps to go. Still doing the 16, so he's flying away. Here comes Chris, just done his fastest of a 16.5 and goes purple, 16.4, so takes the point for fastest lap at the moment away from Andy. Given Chris is on soft, you would kind of expect that. It shows how quickly Andy's going. So Dan's done an 18.5, Matt did a 17.4. So Matt is closing, so Dan's soft, like I say, Dan's tyres, I was expecting to see him be worse than that, but he's actually looking after them pretty well. But even so, Matt is closing at a second a lap here, even on mediums. And there's Carly, and it looks like Alex is closing. Carly did a 20.4, Alex did 18.5, so second half a lap. I think this is probably the closest battle on the track. So Wayne just did 18.9. And Daz did 18.2, so actually these two are getting pretty close, but look at Daz's rear left, is looking pretty gnarly, whereas as you expect the hards are looking very good. Alright, let's have a quick look, so a bit of a gap there. Can James catch up Mike? He's just done 23.1, 23.3, so pretty even, so let's probably watch. I don't think there's much go on. What's that going on here? There is definitely, yeah, so I think this is the closest battle. Carly is definitely getting caught by Alex. Yeah, quickly now. Let's go on board with Alex. Oh, there's battle behind us as well. So Daz is definitely closing on Wayne as well, if he can keep hold of the thing. These softs about to give up though, and let's have a little, Carly goes a little bit wide. Is this going to give Alex a chance? I think it is. Here he goes, gets a bit of a toe, then we go through these couple of kinks. Decided not to go for it though. Let's see what's going on behind us, bit of a gap there. Wayne celebrating the adventures of the Lionesses, as this was a few weeks ago. But we've got Alex is now right behind Carly as we come into the double right hand of Levan. Swinging out wide, it's hard to get undercut here, but he might try. Here we go, over the shoulder of Alex. Brilliant view this is. Can he get any sort of toe? From the rear wing now of Carly's car. It covers the inside as we go into Woodcote. Oh, there's a yellow in front of us. What's that for? Why is that? Oh, Matt has spun. I think he's probably hit the chicane. So that puts pay to his... double hit from Carly. So CMS Racing having an awful chicane. Matt hits it, and then so does Carly, and Alex is through. So I think that put pay to Matt's charge. He was definitely catching Dan. Did a 17.2, which is actually not bad on mediums. Whilst Chris now is down to a 15.9 though. Chris is flying. He's just lapped probably James. So he's catching Andy, but he's too far behind. So Matt's now cemented in 4th. Looks like Alex is going to get 5th. Kai's in 6th, Wayne is 7th. And Daz has gone off, so that puts pay to his attack. He's completely lost his rear pretty much. Mike is in 9th still, and James in 10th. Right, so over the line goes Andy. So his return to DTCC. Mika saying in the chat, I do hate that chicane. Yeah, me too. That wasn't a good lap for us. Right, Andy, pretty much there from start to finish. On his mediums, so he's going to start DTCC Season 17 with a win. Very nice. We go through very tricky St Mary's. Chris has had his adventures, but he's got himself back up to 2nd. I don't think we've got many other battles. Dan's easy in 3rd now. What's that battle there? What's that? Oh, that's Mike being lapped. Right, so where are we? As we come down into Woodcote for the final time. Nice easy run for Andy. Got out in the lead and missed all the carnage. Doesn't chuck it off here or hit the wall of death. Through the chicane, nice and steady. Great win there for Andy. Starts it off the night with a nice win. Well done, sir. And then coming across the line is Chris, gets 2nd, championship leader. 2nd on his softs. And Dan having a great night, start of the night, finishing 3rd. Also in his softs, so the fastest tyre, but a good 3rd with that. We'll be pleased with that. Over the line comes Matt in 4th. I think he'll be a bit annoyed with himself. He could have maybe got a 3rd on his mediums. He gets 4th. That's a rubbish view. Alex will be very pleased with 5th in his hards. That is really a poor view, isn't it? So he gets 5th. You can see Goodwood though. Carly gets a good 6th on mediums. It's a great view of Goodwood though. Through the chicane comes Wayne for 7th. And Daz is going to come across the line 8th, whilst we've got Mike finished 9th and James finished 10th. So here comes Daz. Doing a bit of grass cutting. I think we'll call him Daz Bottas after this. And Daz comes across the line to finish 8th. Right, there we have it. So, quick rundown. Andy 1st, Chris 2nd, Dan 3rd, Matt 4th, Alex 5th, Guy 6th, Wayne 7th, Daz 8th, Mike 9th, and James 10th. Right, so round 2 will be the reverse finishing order of round 1. Where are we? We're at the course. There we are. So it should be that one. And that's put all the races in DTCC this season. We've got the real world weather. That's really hard to say. In real life weather, let's call it that. And it was a glorious day in glorious Goodwood. So James is up 1st. He'll be the rolling starts. The next 2 races both at rolling starts. He's on pole. Mike is 2nd. Daz 3rd. Wayne 4th. Carly 5th. Alex 6th. Matt 7th. Dan 8th. Little's GP 9th, Chris 9th, and Andy 10th. Let's have a quick look at the tyres actually. So James is elected to use his mediums for this round. So has Mike. So has Daz. Wayne's on softs. Carly's on hards. Alex is on mediums. Matt's on hards. Dan's on hards. Chris is on hards. And Andy's on hards. So quite a few on the hards. So let's see how this goes. Right. James leads us away into round 2. Mika's saying rolling starts here are fun if you get control of the chicane. Yes, indeed. Right, so second time today, James leads us away into Madgwick in his Hot Wheels Radical. Looks like everyone's getting through there. Okay, Daz is through. Oh, who's that gone off? Someone's gone off. Who's that? No, everyone's through. Look at that, everyone's through. Carly in 5th. Alex is 6th. Matt in 7th. Dan in 8th. Chris in 9th and Andy in 10th. So up to the front we go into St Mary's. It's tricky and James. Oh, James is gone. So that's put Mike into the leads. They come drifting their way round. You can see them all flying through. This is such a good view. And there's Alex in 5th being already challenged. Sorry, he's already challenging Carly. Let's go to the front though. Mike's got a nice start in his mediums. As they come streaming down, let's try and get a good view. They come streaming down the straight. No, we can't. Mike then leading. Daz is in 2nd, and you can see there's a bit of a battle here for 3rd. Wayne is on the soft, so he should be pretty competitive here. And it looks like Kai's in 4th and being attacked by Alex, and then we've got Little's GP has already gained a couple of places. Oh, and Andy hits Dan, and Dan is off into the boonies. Into the shadow realm has been punted down. So Andy should have waited there, I think, but we'll see if the stewards have a look at that. So we've got a bit of carnage going into turn 1. Matt's down the inside. It looks like Wayne's gone wide. Who else has gone wide? There's someone else going wide. Carly's gone wide as well. So a lot of carnage going on there. Matt has now made his way up to 3rd. Mike's still in the lead. Alex is in 2nd. But Matt is up to 3rd. And we've got Chris and Andy right behind him. So see what goes on here between Matt, who's 2nd in the championship. Look at they drift through St Mary's. What a glorious view. There's Chris in 4th and Andy right behind him in 5th. Let's go on board with Andy as we come down the double. Whoa, lucky there. Looks like Chris is going to make a move on Matt. Let's try and go in car. Oh, she's going outside. And Chris has done Matt. Is Matt going to retaliate as we go into Woodcote? Last time he tried this, he got a tank slapper on, and he thinks better of it, which is probably a wise move. As Chris gets properly sideways, we go through there. Lovely drift. There's Andy behind us, so we go through the chicane. Chris is up to 3rd now. He's on hards as well, so he's doing a good job. So is Matt on hards. So Chris has come from 2nd to last up to 3rd. Alex in front of him's on medium, so Chris has definitely got the handle of this car. Matt on the hards. His first lap on hards, I think. He's got Andy right behind him. Andy's definitely got tuned. It's another one who's got it well in tune with this car. As we come into Madgwick, into St Mary's. Pitches it one way and gets it sideways. Matt gets a bit of a tank slapper as we go. Well, takes a bit of a slide on. We go into the van. It's Dan to have a go. Oh, I think he gives Matt just a little nudge, knocks him wide. It looks like Wayne is going to get a run as well as we go through. Look at that. Wayne gets a nice run as well. So thank you very much. So Matt knocked down from 4th down to 6th. And I think that could be another inquiry for the stewards. It's Wayne going to have a go at Andy as they come into Woodcote. Let's have a look ahead of what's going on. So we've got a battle here for 2nd as well. Alex on the mediums being attacked by Chris on the hards. Another battle's going on. Let's have a look. As we go through Carly, and then there's Dan and Daz. No, nothing going on. So I think the battle here is Alex. Oh, Alex has gone a little bit wide and Chris is through. Alex went a little bit wide and we're still going wide. That's going to give it Andy some interest. He's come flying along this straight into the first kink of Ford Water and through he goes. Easy as that. So, second and third was are now the fastest two from the first race. So what can they do about Mike? Oh, look at that. Nice car control though from Alex. Going proper sideways. But we're all being passed by Wayne. Look at that. How sneaky from Wayne. Let's have a watch of that again. Wayne came from nowhere there. He's trying to make a move into some areas, thought better of it. He's on softs at the moment, he's got a lot more grip. There we see Alex's huge slide. And whilst he's collecting that up, Wayne just goes around the outside. Very nicely done by Wayne. Enjoying those mediums. Right, Matt has caught these two up again though, whilst they're squabbling. Matt is on his hards. And Carly is in 7th on hards with Dan on hards and Daz on mediums. So Daz has got the tyre advantage out of this lot. Let's just see if there's anything going on ahead. Look at these guys. We've got absolute battle royal going on here. So Wayne's on his softs, but he's not being dropped. Oh, looks like Wayne's gone a little bit wide. He has, so that's let Matt through. So Wayne's got to do it all over again. Meantime, we've got a battle here. It looks like Daz is going to have a go, maybe. Let's go alongside Daz as we go into Madgwick. So already into lap 5. We'll just keep an eye on this guy before we then swap to the lead. So Dan's doing his shuffle. So the two in front are on hards. But Daz should have a tyre advantage. Into St Mary's. Let's see what we can do through here. In theory, you should have a grip advantage when we come through here. Giving it a little bit of a lift. Carly gets a little bit wide. See the Concertina in up. Dan's like this. Nice bit of driving for these three though. There's nothing really going on, but Carly gets a little bit of a curve, but these cars do not like curves. It looks like Daz is now going to get a run. Is he going to get a run on both of them? Looks like he's going to get one. There's Dan. Dan is in the toe. He's going to try and come out. Oh, there's not much room there. Let's see what's going to go on as we come 3 abreast into Woodcote. Look at this racing. DTCC always throws up the racing. So Daz is down the inside. He's got Dan. I think he's got Carl as well. So a nice move from Daz. Gets up to 7th. Then he won a fell swoop. And whilst we're watching that, right, we must go back because it looks like we've got a change in lead. Let's see what happens here. Little's GP looks like he got a nice run out of the van and down the straight. And he looks like he's got past Mike. Yes, he has. Is Mike going to retaliate? Mike's on the mediums, whereas Chris is on the hards. So he should have a grip advantage. But this is what makes these sprint races interesting. You've got totally different tyre strategies. So Chris is into the lead. Mike's down to 2nd. What can Andy do? Andy's on the hards as well. It's 17.5, which is pretty quick on the hards. Actually has the fastest lap, or did, because he's got, Chris has just done a lap 600 quicker. So Andy and Chris very evenly matched here. Who was that squealing? So Alex is in 4th, Matt's in 5th. Matt's just done 18.5, so he's a second slower in his hards than the guys in the front. Wayne is closing them down. Wayne's just gone purple as well. Look at that on his soft. He is flying. I heard a lot of squealing. Oh, Matt's lost it. Matt's gone off at St Mary's. Huge spin for Matt. Got caught out by and then does that horrible little trying to rejoin spin. So Daz is now up to 6th. Oh, and Dan collects Matt as he tries to recover. Dan's up to 7th. Matt has dropped down to 8th. He's got his teammate behind him. CMS Racing not having a very good round 2. There's James still doing a sterling job in 10th. Right, so Chris is leading, but he's not shaking Mike, as we kind of suspected. Chris is on the hards and has just done the fastest lap of the race, but it can't be much faster than Mike on his mediums. And Andy as well. So look at this, we've got a battle here. Chris on the hard tyres, he's not shaking Mike in the mediums. Can Mike get a win here? I think it's been a while since Mike has won a DTC round. Just stream into St Mary's. Chris leading. There's Mike. Let's try and do this nicely. Andy. Here comes Alex. Here comes Wayne. Just done his fastest. So 17.8. So he's right on the pace as well. So it's super close. And you can see how easy it is to make mistakes on this track. So top 5. Anyone could win out of these top 5, I think. Chris is on PB though. Well, PB, he's on the purple, which means he's fastest. Gets this sideways though into Goodwood, into Woodcote. Threads the needle through the chicane, comes across the line now for the end of lap 7. 5 more to go. Oh no, Mike's made a mistake. Mike's probably hit the wall of death. That's going to give Andy a nice run. We go on the shoulder of Andy into the first corner. Andy's also hit the wall as well though. He's got a bit of damage. They both have. Oh no, Andy's gone wide. Andy's gone wide. Is that going to let Alex go through? It does. So Alex is now opportunist, is up to 3rd, doing a nice job, and then Wayne's up to 4th. So Andy's dropped down to 5th. Wayne is flying, having probably his best DTCC race, I would say. You know, he's soft, and he's gone again. And Wayne has also now got the fastest lap, a 17 dead, which I think was about only 5 or 6 tenths slower than the fastest in round 1. So Wayne is absolutely flying. His tyres are looking nice as well. So well and truly got the radicals sorted, and we're going to have a go for 3rd. He's got a tyre advantage. There he goes, pushed to pass. You can tell where the cars change gear in different places and who's using different revs. Is Wayne going to make a move for 3rd? They're alongside each other. They come into Woodcote, and Wayne is down the inside. So very nicely done. Can he keep it stopped? Oh, Alex gets in there. So Wayne is now up to 3rd. Can he do anything about Mike in 2nd? Nicely done, Wayne. Right, so Chris has got a bit of breathing space now. He's on a 17.4, his fastest. Mike is now, I think, more worried about Wayne behind him. He's got his hands full. He's just on 19.5. And we've got Wayne, and what's going on here? Oh, so that's Wayne's catching Mike at a rate of knots. Oh, he don't be there though, Wayne. Oh, he just touches the grass. On the way into St Mary's. I was so unlucky. Held it nicely, but I was so unlucky. And now it looks like we've got Andy is looking interested. Andy's got past actually. Andy has got past. So back to 3rd again. He's got past Alex. So he went from 5th to 3rd there very nicely. Can he do anything about Mike? We've still got another 3 laps to go, yeah? What's going on behind? So Dan's in 6th. He's fighting with Daz. So Daz is recovering on his mediums. There we go. There we can see Dan. We go into Woodcote. Who's going to break last? So Daz has got the inside, but that means nothing. Whoa! That was, I don't know if that was a little swipe from Daz, but looked fair. So Daz comes through the chicane up to 7th. Kai is in 8th, and Matt is in 9th, so Matt has obviously had another off somewhere. So having a pretty miserable round 2 of round 4. And James is in 10th. So up at the front, there's Chris. Mike is still in 2nd. Andy is in 3rd, and Alex is in 4th. All that's going round. Oh no, Wayne's gone round again, so is that going to give Daz a bit of an opportunity? Oh, Daz has gone this way. You can see when you lift off the throw on these cars, the back end, especially if you're on the well actually medium tends to be the most stable tyre. Softs you tend to just have too much grip at the front and the back goes round, and hards have 0 grip at the back and the back goes round. So Dan is now up to 5th on his hard. So that's he was 3rd in round 1 and he's now up to 5th. Wayne having some adventures, and he's super quick if he can just keep it straight. He's down to 6th. Daz is now battling with Who's that with? He's battling with Carly as we come into Woodcote. Carly's going back, so that's, yeah, Daz's little mistake. I think Daz has gone wide, so... it's a yellow. What's the yellow there for? I think that was Daz. Yeah, obviously, the marshals obviously weren't too confident Daz was going to recover that, and had the yellows out already before it even got off. Right, there's Matt in 9th, and James in 10th. Right, we're in lap 11. Mike's still hanging on to second, but he's got Andy closing him down. And Alex is not that far behind either, so Alex is doing a good job. 18-1 on his mediums. Can Mike hang on to second? That is probably the question here now. The rest of them are all quite spread out. Chris is not that far ahead. So you can see how inconsistent these cars are to drive, how hard they are. So Chris is 17.3, and has done a 20.7 at 19.8, so lap times can be all over the place. Right, Mike goes through the chicane for the penultimate time, and he's gone a little bit wide there. Has he got enough to... he just does his fastest, 17.4. So Andy on his hards is only less than half a second off the fastest lap. That is super quick. And he was half a second quicker than Mike. I don't think there's any other battles going on, although actually that looks pretty close. Oh, he says that, so Daz is still having a go at Carly. Carly's saying, Amika's saying, I found 3 corners to be tricky not to lose back end. If I do a count, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 for me. Right, so let's see what's going on the front. Chris has just done his PB as we come through the van. Mike looks like he's got a bit of a gap to Andy, so I think that looks safe. I think first, second, third, fourth, fifth are safe on his fastest lap as well. So Chris coming through Woodgate, trying not to go off through the chicane. See that he's on the grass going to the chicane, so proper look at that, proper hard amount of moment comes across the line on the grass. So Chris is just going to win that one. That shows you how tricky it is. Look at this. So Chris gets first, Mike second, Andy third, and Alex fourth. Look how close they were. Super sketchy there for Chris. Almost threw away on the last lap. You could see that coming as well. He was on the grass going in, could not slow down. Dan's going to get a good fifth on his hards. There he goes, with third in round 1. That was good. Then here comes Wayne, who was quick. Got the fastest lap, extra point for that. He finishes 6th. Daz gets 7th in the end. Carly 8th. Matt gets 9th, catching them, but too late. And then James is going to come in 10th. I think it's saying Madgwick, St Mary's and Woodcote for me. Yeah, Woodcote I found, St Mary's I found, which is one of my favourite corners anywhere on any track. I found these on the hards were super hard with no experience. Right, James comes across the line to finish 10th. There we go. Right, so quick rundown of that. Chris just about finishes first, from Mike in second, Andy in third. Top 4 in fact was super close. Alex gets a good fourth to go with his 5th in round 2 in round 1. Dan 6th, Wayne 7th, Darren 8th, Daz 8th, Carly 9th, Matt 10th, Carly 8th, Matt 9th, James 10th. Right, so grid for round 3 was the cumulative points for rounds 1 and 2, and obviously then they have to use the last set of tyres that they hadn't used. Right, this was a race taking place in the evening. Alright, away we go. Another rolling start. Let's go through the grid order because this won't be obvious. So at the front is Chris. So he's got the most points so far on the night, just ahead of Andy, who's second. And Dan having a good night in third. Alex is 4th overall at the moment, so he's 4th. Mike is 5th. Matt is quite a lowly 6th. Wayne is 7th. Carly is 8th. Daz is 9th. And James is 10th. Right. So straight race. Rolling start. Oh, actually, let's do the tyres. So Chris is on mediums. Andy's on softs, so this should be interesting. Looks like Andy has got a tyre advantage. Dan is on mediums. Alex is on softs. Mike's on softs, Matt's on softs, Wayne is on mediums, Carly's on softs, Daz is on hards, and James is on hards. So a real mix of tyres here. So can Chris fend off Andy with a tyre disadvantage? Here we go. Alright, round 3 on this Saturday night of DTCC. Into Match Week we go. Can they all keep it on the straight and narrow? It looks as we go through. Looks like James is alright. Everyone's alright, looks like. Yes, they've all got through. Right, so we go ahead along through Fordwater into St Mary's for the first time. Chris leads from Andy. Let's see if we can get a better view where they all come through. No, we can't. So there's Chris, Andy. Oh, we got battles already. Who's that? Alex was losing a bit. We got Matt's gone a little bit wide. There's Wayne, there's Matt. And it looks like Carly going to make a move onto Matt. No, not into Levant. There's Carly, Daz, and James. So they're all pretty even, Stevens. We've got a move here for fourth, it looks like. Mike is going to try and go past Alex as we go into Woodcote. It looks like that move is going to get done. Yeah, it's been done. Oh, but Alex breaks a little bit too late. Mike's on side, they're both on soft, but managed to get away with it. Oh, and looks like, who's this? This is Wayne having a look down the inside. Oh, what's that little tap? Oh, so it looks like Alex and Wayne have a little skirmish in the chicane. Then Matt gets caught up with it, and Carly goes past. So Matt is having a bit of a shocker of a night. No fault of his own, and actually loses the place. So we've got this huge battle squabble going on there, but that's Wayne going wide. Gets it back on the track though, just about. And then Matt is trying to line up his teammate. So Alex is there, and Matt has got down the inside. So Matt is up to 6th, or back to 6th. I think he started 6th. And let's have a look then, whilst these skirmishes are going on. A little bit of a gap then, so Little's GP is actually pulling away a bit, which is interesting on his mediums. I think the mediums are the better race tyre here, because I say the softs don't give you too much grip, and they really accentuate the soft suspension. You get a lot of weight transfer on the softs, which means that the car can easily oversteer because you've got so much weight transfer. Right, down the straight we go. Here comes Mike, he's in 4th. And it looks like Matt is now past Alex. So Matt is now up to 5th. Alex tries to gain as they go into Woodcote. So we watch now from behind as we go into the chicane. Taking it very gingerly. Matt is on softs, I think Alex is as well. So it's getting a bit cloudy, but I don't think there's any rain expected. Then Carly in 7th, Daz in 8th, James in 9th, and Wayne in 10th. So you can see they're all nice and close. What's going out front? So Chris has just done the fastest lap of the race, a 17 dead. We can say, yep, found the mediums to be best as well. Yeah, interesting. So Chris has got the fastest lap. No bonus point for fastest lap, you remember. But it looks like Andy's just done his PB as well, starting to get those soft move working. He's starting to gain on Chris. We've got any other battles going on here. Looks like a bit of dust being thrown, so a little bit spread out on lap 3. Drivers should be getting their eyes in now a bit on these cars. Let's watch this. This is probably the closest battle, I would say, on the track. So let's go on board with Daz. Got Carly in front of us. So these two are actually having another battle. I think they've spent all night battling with each other. Coming to Woodcote. Daz is on his hards. He's here feathering the throttle. It's quite unsightly, this chicane, you can see. Alright, from the rear wing of Carly's car. Come into lap 4. Daz is going to make, whoa, look at that, Daz is sideways again as he loves to do. Bit of a drift king is Daz. Alright, let's go to the front, let's see what's going on here. So, yeah, Chris is starting to, he's done a 16.2 though, whereas Andy's done a 16.0. So, Andy, I think he did a 15.9 in round 1. But, so, Andy now is on the faster tyre. He's starting to slowly reeling. He's 3/10 quicker. Let's see what else is going on in the other battles. Mike's up to 4th. Matt's trying to chase him down in 5th. So Matt's just done a 16.5, whereas Mike's done 17.8. So Matt is quicker. Alex is in 6th. Carly's in 7th with Dad's in 8th. James in 9th, Wayne in 9th, and Dad's in James in 10th. Right, over the line go the 2 leaders. Chris is a 16.3, and he does the fastest lap of the race so far, a 15.8. Looks like Andy's now definitely starting to catch. Let's see if there's anything I shame. Apologies for skipping. You can't have a keyboard when it's on replay, which means that you have to skip a lot. There's Carly with Daz behind as well. Anything going on here? I think we're going to have to go to the leaders though. They're looking pretty close. They're starting to get a bit misty actually. We go through around the old airfield of Goodwood. That opened on the 18th of September 1948, apparently, according to Wikipedia. Which is like a lot of the tracks in the UK, was a World War II airfield. Right, so into Woodcote we go. 2 leaders, separated by a couple of hundredths through the chicane. And then we've got behind, we've got Dan in 3rd, doing a nice job on his mediums. And then we've got Mike and Matt locked in a battle as well. Let's just see anything going on front. Nope, so nothing going there. So see, can Matt have a go as we go into Madgwick for the 6th time. Matt's making a feint to the inside, but I don't think there's much doing there. Oh, Mike's gone quite wide. Is Matt going to get a tow as we go along the back straight into Port Water? Just flat out kinking these. Nothing to be doing. A little bit of a lift. Mike gets a little bit sideways though. Matt's on his tail. Trying to keep it neat. They're both on softs. Meantime, what's going on at the front? Nothing yet. Chris is doing a good job. Just done his fastest. These two are trading lap times. Quick look down the field. Oh, Wayne's gone off again. That's unfortunate. Just done his fastest as well. Right, so let's watch. Looks like Matt, is he going to make a move into Woodcote? No, he's all over the back of, you can see the car skipping around on the brakes. It's all over the back of that Nintendo Radical. Oh, but it's gone a little bit wide. Is that going to give us the advantage we need to come into Madgwick again? Matt's going to have a look down the inside. This is going to be tight. I don't think he's going to try, is he? No, backs off, thinks better of it. Probably thinks, you can see how much these cars are rolling. So Mike doing a good job, he's fending Matt off. Bit of a breather now. Alex is now on his softs, he's got a little bit of a gap now. The guys in front. And it looks like Carly and Daz are having another ding-dong battle, so Daz is now back in front. He's on his hards, Carly's on soft, so Carly's got a tyre advantage here, so in theory should be like... Oh, that sounds like a bit of a tyre squirrel. Yeah, that was yellow there. Who was that? Oh, who's that? Dan's gone. Oh, lucky Dan. Dan has gone. He's got a bit of rear wing damage as well, so that's a pushed. This battle now between Mike and Matt. Looks like Mike's actually... Matt's had probably a little dodgy corner there or two. Dropped off the back of Mike a bit, but it's about for 3rd there. And let's go have a look at the front. So I think we should concentrate on these. Well, actually, we've got there. We've got a battle going on here. This is Daz and Carly. Oh, Daz gets proper sideways carrying the Woodcote. There's Dan. Oh, and Carly almost loses it into the chicane. So up to the front. These two are super close though. They're matching each other's times, although Andy was half a second quicker that lap. Go through St Mary. Super tense race between these two. Class of the field. And the radicals. Alright, let's have a look, see what we can see here. Down the Levant straight. Pick a braking point, and he's got the advantage. His tyres are looking pretty good. Whoa, I thought he was going to make a move there. He's got the tyre advantage. Chris's tyres, well, there is an overlap, but the soft start to go, and the mediums, oh, luckily they're really pushing it, but I think that might have given Chris a bit of an advantage. Sorry, Andy, a bit of advantage. We go into Madrid for the first, 9th time. Oh, Andy's gone off. Andy's gone off. Whoa, Andy's gone off. I think that might have settled it. Oh, but Chris is lifting a bit. Look at that. Chris is lifting. Yeah, he's definitely lifting. Let's have another look at that one. Let's see if we can work out what happened there. Right, we go from the... oh yeah, it might have been just a little... See if we can see... Yeah, here we go. This is a big good one. We can see... Right, looking round. Where's Andy? There he is. Oh yeah, I think it was just a little bit of contact. But Chris is doing the right thing. He's lifting. You see that he's on half throttle, so he's waiting for Andy to catch him up again. Obviously felt that was probably a 50-50. Just to be sure to get no penalties. He's waiting for Andy to catch up, and there we go. He's let him catch up, so that's good form from Chris. In the meantime, Mike's just done a 17.2, his fastest. Matt has done a 17.0, so Matt is catching right back up again. So we've got battle for first, we've got battle for third. Any other battles going on? So there is Alex in 5th, Dan recovering now. Lost 13 seconds on that lap 7. Carly has still got Daz right on her tail, so these two are still locked in battle. Carly's left rear is starting to look a bit gnarly. And then we've got a battle here between James and Wayne. Wayne recovering, looks like Wayne is going to get this one done. As we go down the straight, he's got a better run. There is very nice looking Hot Wheels Radical of James. There he goes. Oh, just touches the grass, unfortunately. And that's Wayne into 9th. So, lap 10 we go. Oh, Matt has got past... What's happened there? Let's go back. Matt has got past Mike. Let's see what happened there. Into Woodcote we go. Mike's just done his PB. Is he going to tag the wall? No. Oh, yes he does. Just tags the wall. That looked a bit unfortunate actually. He looked quite a long way away from it there. So Mike is going to have no damage, which is surprising, but he's going to allow Alex to just send his PB to catch him up. So can Matt take a third then? He's had a bit of a dismal night, but can he take third? And let's go, we'll go on these two. So these two are still locked in battle. In probably a second or less separating them the entire race. But we might start to see now the tyres even up a bit. Chris's medium's looking good. The soft knocking's not so great, but it looks like Andy's going to get a run now as we come into Woodcote. It's quite a hard place to pass this because Chris is covering the natural line, which is the kinks, but we're alongside him now. We've got better tyres as we come into Woodcote, but Chris has got the inside line. Oh, they're both sideways, but Andy gets past, and we go side by side into Woodcote. Chris got a bit too crossed up. What can he do against Andy now? Andy's got the better of the tyres. Can he respond? So Andy, we've got 2 more laps to go, so his tyres look like they're going to be okay to the end, but they're going to get sketchy. Can Chris retaliate? What's going on? Back third. There's Matt now. He's got a little bit of a gap, but he's not safe. Not safe at all. Tyres look pretty similar. And then there's Alex in fifth. Then we've got these two still battling. Daz has now got past Carly. And he's on his hards. Carly's softs are starting to melt. James is in 9th and Wayne's in 10th, trying to shortcut the chicane. Trying to do the original track. Oh, Andy's got in the lead. What's happened there? Well, we switch away and what happens? We switch away. Oh, there we got that. So we caught that, didn't we? Yeah, we've already caught that. So Andy's in the lead. Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that as well. Right. So 2 laps to go. This is the key battle, I think. Yeah, these two are still locked in battle as well. Alright, let's see what... Can Andy take the second win of the night? Using his softs in the last race. Or can Chris get his second win? Championship leader, runaway championship leader at the moment. He's hanging on though. Give me to say that the tyres, to say the delta starts to. There's a crossover point where the softs definitely become slower. Are we going to get that on the last lap? Oh, I think did Matt take the chicane there? I think he might have done. So Mike as well. He's not far behind. Matt just did a 17.6, so still reasonably quick, but whereas Mike just did a 16.4, so Mike has done his fastest lap of the race. Matt has done a 17.6, so all to play for there as well. So into St Mary's we go for the last time, and it's getting really close now. Chris is really catching up to the back of Andy. Has he now got a tyre advantage to go into the van? Oh, let's see how tricky he is. Didn't quite get the run out there. I think Andy might have got this. Andy got a nice run out of the van. They're coming to Woodcote now. I think it's going to take a mistake for Andy to win it. For Chris to win it. Into Woodcote for the last time. The last race of the night. It's been some cracking racing. And he's going to go through the chicane if he can get through without doing it. Chris, oh, he's gone wide. That's why they've both gone wide, pushing so hard. So Andy takes the second win of the night. A great win. Chris gets a good second. Nice racing. Look how close these two. Matt and Mike are going to finish at nose to tail. Well, Matt is going to get on the podium for the first time tonight. He finishes third with Mike right behind him, fourth. So good race 2 and 3 for Mike. Alex has had a nice consistent night. He's fifth. Across the line he comes. Dan is going to come across the line in 6th. Well done, Dan. Here comes Daz. He wins out on his battle with Carly, who finishes 8th. And here comes James coming across the line. Well done, James, for finishing 3 very tricky races. Across the line, well done, James, and here comes Wayne to finish 9th. Nicely done, sir. Well done. There we go. Right, so that was round 3, won by Andy. Very tight finish from Chris. Good race battle they had. Mika saying, I do love these cars. They can be so much fun to race, but damn tricky to perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Matt gets 3rd. Mike was 4th, Alex was 5th, Dan 6th, Daz 7th, Kelly 8th, James 9th, and Wayne 10th. So that was it. That was round 4 of DTCC. On the night, winner was Chris. He had 57 points overall. Second was Andy on 49. The difference really between those two was the qualifying. Chris was fastest and got the extra 6 points for that. Then third on the night, looking at the scores, I think was Matt actually, and I think that was courtesy of qualifying as well. And fourth was Dan, fifth was Alex, sixth was Mike. And try and go backwards here. Seventh equal was seventh equal actually was Carly, Daz, and Wayne all on 29, then James on 22. So that was round 4. Hope you enjoyed that. Round 5 was around a week and a half ago. We're a little bit behind at Spa, so that will be coming pretty soon. And then round 6, the postponed round from last week because half the field were either not around or ill. And that will be at Grand Valley, so DTCC's first visit to a classic GT track, Grand Valley. That will be happening on Wednesday. So hopefully the stream from Spa will be coming soon, and then we'll have Grand Valley as well. So hope you enjoyed that. That was good fun. 3 really good races on a brand new track and car to the league, and we will see you soon for round 5. Have a good evening.